You know those stories that sound too crazy to be true? The kind that makes you question reality itself? Well, buckle up, because this is one of them. I'm a 32-year-old male, and a few months ago I was in a situation that still makes my skin crawl. Imagine being pronounced dead, and then waking up in a place you'd only expect to see in horror movies. This isn't just a freak accident story. It's a journey into the bizarre and unexpected. Here's what happened after I was declared dead and the first moments I remember after coming back. It started with a routine drive home, the kind you do 1,000 times without a second thought. But fate had other plans. Out of nowhere, a truck barreled into my car, leaving a mess of twisted metal and broken glass. The paramedics arrived quickly, but apparently not quickly enough for me. As I lay there, my body battered and bruised, they declared me dead on the scene. Unbeknownst to me, my heart had stopped, and for all intents and purposes, I was gone. But my story doesn't end there. In fact, it was just beginning. My first memory was waking up to a dim, cold room. The air was sterile, almost metallic, and I knew something was terribly wrong. My body felt heavy, like it wasn't my own. I blinked against the harsh light, trying to piece together the fragments of my memory. Then it hit me. I was in a morgue. The faint hum of machinery was accompanied by distant voices. The realization was like a punch to the gut. I had been declared dead. My mind raced, a cacophony of disbelief and confusion. I struggled to move, my muscles stiff and unresponsive. I felt a tag on my toe, a chilling reminder of my predicament. It was surreal, like being trapped in a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. All I could think about was how to signal that I was alive. Panic surged through me, but I forced myself to focus. I had to let someone know I was alive. I concentrated all my energy on moving my hand, hoping to make the smallest noise. The rustling of the sheet felt like a thunderclap in the eerie silence. My heart pounded as I attempted to make a sound, any sound. It was a desperate act of will, a battle between my mind and body. The cold air stung my skin as I managed to twitch a finger. My throat was dry, but I managed to croak out a weak, raspy noise. It wasn't much, but it was enough. I was alive, and I needed help. The door creaked open, and a 45-year-old female morgue technician walked in. Her eyes widened as she saw movement on what should have been a lifeless table. Our eyes met, and her face paled with shock. She stumbled backward, nearly dropping her clipboard, before rushing out to call for medical assistance. The room buzzed with a flurry of activity as doctors and nurses swarmed in, their faces a mix of disbelief and urgency. I was alive, against all odds, and they were determined to keep it that way. Back at the hospital, the medical team explained my heart had restarted on its own, a phenomenon they couldn't quite explain. The experience left me rattled, a constant reminder of how fragile life truly is. It changed me, but the real challenge was yet to come, dealing with the aftermath. Surviving something like that changes you. It's like being given a second chance, but it comes with its own set of challenges. The trauma, the nightmares, they don't just vanish. But it also made me appreciate life in a way I never had before. I'm curious, though. Have any of you experienced something similar? What was it like waking up in a world that had already started moving on without you? Let's hear your stories, because I know I can't be the only one who's been through such a surreal ordeal.